Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Wade's Movie World. Okay, today we are doing a new TV show that aired about this time last year on the USA Network and SyFy. And we are talking about Chucky, the TV series. And yes, that is Chucky, the killer doll from the Child's Play movies. Not the most recent one, the 2019 film, but the ones that came before that was voiced by Brad Dourif. So anyway, that is what we're talking about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Chucky, the TV series, Season 1. This is an 8-episode series that was developed by SyFy and the USA Network. The series premiered on Tuesday, October 12th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time and Pacific Time, both on the SyFy and USA Network. This series was created by Don Mancini, who created the Child's Play Chucky franchise and character. So, the setting and the plot of the series takes place in present-day Hackensack, New Jersey. Jake Wheeler, a 14-year-old teenager, buys a vintage retro good guy doll at a yard sale. He plans on using it for his contemporary art project. Little does Jake know that the doll he just bought has a dark, evil, and murderous past. The doll is actually Chucky, or Charles Lee Ray, the famous serial killer who was also called the Lakeshore Strangler back in the 80s. Now, Jake's life and the lives of everyone he loves is in mortal danger as Chucky wreaks havoc upon the town, and as the bodies pile up, the town's secrets and hypocrisies come to light. So, that is the basic summary and synopsis of the first season without giving anything away. I must say that when this series was first announced, I was not happy at all because I really enjoyed the 2019 Child's Play reboot movie, and I wanted the series to follow the storylines and arcs that were created in that movie. I've been wanting a sequel to the 2019 Child's Play reboot movie for a long time, and now with this series, I don't think it will ever come to be. So yeah, that is a little disappointing, I think, because, like I said, I really enjoyed that movie. I enjoyed the main character of Andy Barclay, who was played by Gabriel Bateman, and how the doll worked in that film, and who voiced it, which was the Joker, Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill. I just thought it was a well put together reboot movie, and I wanted more of that. But with this, just don't think it's going to happen. My first negative is probably pretty obvious. Like I said above, now since the TV series exists, that means we will probably never get a sequel to 2019's Child's Play movie, which is a shame because, like I said, I really enjoyed the 2019 Child's Play remake reboot movie. My second negative is that they are still following storylines from the movies. Yes, most of the movies were great, but 2 of them were absolute trash. The storylines from those 2 films, Seed of Chucky and Cult of Chucky, are very much present in this series, and those are the ones that are complete garbage. I was hoping they would not reference the later movies and only reference Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, but they decided to reference them all. Now, this is just my opinion, what I'm about to say, but I think that was a big mistake, bringing everything into the mix for this series. My third negative is the fact that they had to bring back the character of Tiffany. They brought her back in both human and doll form. I liked the character in Bride of Chucky and thought she was a cool new addition, but after that movie, she just became a very annoying character that you hoped that they would have killed off by now, but sadly, she is still around. And she is voiced by the sometimes irritating Jennifer Tilly. Yes, Jennifer Tilly is good in some things, but in other things, she just sucks. I like her as the voice of the Tiffany doll sometimes, or the Tiffany character in human form, and she's a great voiceover in Family Guy. But other than that, she's just, not very good. One thing that bothers me about this series happens at the very beginning of the series in this season when our main character Jake bought Chucky at a yard sale. My question regarding this is, who had Chucky in the yard sale? Who are these people? Did they know what they had in their possession? Were they accomplices of Chucky's in some form or fashion? How did they not end up dead? None of these questions get answered at all. Maybe we'll get some answers in the second season of Chucky. I don't know. But if they don't answer those questions, then, it's just all up in the air. And that bothers me. My biggest gripe and complaint about this season and the overall series of Chucky was the overabundance of LGBTQ plus scenes and sequences that are heavily present throughout all 8 episodes. I mean, why? Why do the filmmakers and Hollywood think this shit needs to be in movies and TV shows? A huge majority of people who watch TV and movies are straight people. Why do you guys feel the need to throw real-world politics into shows and movies? To me, when they do that, it's an absolute turnoff and makes you not want to watch the show or movie again. I have said this before and I will say it again. I don't want this crap in my movies, TV shows, books, music, video games, or any other form of entertainment. So, do me a favor, Hollywood, stop putting it in there. So those were my negatives. Now, here are my positives. The overall story for the season was really good and well put together. It was very believable. There were some things that happened that sometimes had you wondering, why did this happen or why did that happen? But overall, it was very well done and easy to comprehend. One of the best things about the story in this first season is we travel back in time and we see Chucky as a kid before he becomes the killer that we all know. We see him start to get a taste for the violence, destruction, and eventually death that we all know and associate with Chucky. We see him make his first kill, which is a total shocker on who it is. The actors playing the characters are really good and really dive into their respective roles. There is a new cast, plus they bring in some of the veterans from the movies that we, the audience, are really happy to see again. There are 2 actors who are veterans from other horror franchises who make appearance in this series as well. There is Devon Sawa, who is no stranger to the horror genre, and he was the main character Alex Browning in the film Final Destination. In this series, he plays 2 parts, twin brothers Logan and Luke Wheeler. One is Jake Wheeler's dad, and the other is Jake Wheeler's uncle. Another person who is no stranger to the horror genre is Lexa Duig, who plays Jake's Aunt Bree Wheeler. Lexa Duig played the main character of Rowan in Jason X. Then there's some of the veterans of the franchise who come back for this series. Alex Vincent, who once again is reprising his role as Andy Barkley. Also returning is Christine Elise from Child's Play 2, who plays Kyle, Andy's foster sister. It was great to see them again, but also returning from the movies is Fiona Dourif, who plays Nika Pierce, as well as Jennifer Tilly as Tiffany Valentine, both in human and doll form. And of course, rounding out the cast is none other than the voice of Chucky himself, Brad Dourif. All these actors, both the veterans of the series and the newcomers, did really, really good, and I was thoroughly impressed. The characters were good and believable, though some of them, such as the mayor, who is also mom to Lexi and Caroline, is a real witch in the series. She's a very unlikable character, and she's one of those characters that you hope Chucky kills, but unfortunately, that never happens. I love most of the new characters. I didn't like Lexi at all when she is first introduced because she's just such a spoiled little rich girl who is also a bully. But once things start happening, we start to see a different side of her, and yes, she's still kind of a little jerk at times, but she comes through in the end, and by the end of the season, you really get to like her. I also liked Devin. He was a very likable character and the one who is the most knowledgeable about what is happening. There's only one thing I did not like about Devin, but it is the same thing I did not like about Jake, and I'm talking about their gay relationship with each other, which is heavily present throughout the season. I thought for a TV show that the visuals and special effects looked great, top-notch quality like what you might see in a major motion picture. This series uses a huge amount of practical effects. There is some CGI in there, and some scenes you can tell where it is, and in others it blends in so naturally that you don't even know it is there. Really well done for a show. The kill scenes and the way Chucky does some of his kills are very interesting and unique things we have never seen before. There is one kill scene in this movie that really got to me, and now that image is stuck in my head forever. Let me just say this. I no longer load my dishwasher with any of the knife blades pointed up. I always put them in with blades facing downwards now. The look and feel of the series was really great. They put in the fall and autumn months, and there is even an episode that takes place on Halloween, which is perfect. The look of the show during the daytime had that fall and autumn look with rich colors of the leaves turning red, orange, and golden colors, and the wind of the whistling through the trees with the leaves falling was just overall great. The night scenes were dark and ominous like a scary movie or series should be. The series uses mainly a warm color palette, but some episodes use cool colors. The shots and camera angles used for the show really work and give us, the audience, a great canvas to look at in every single episode. So that is everything, both positive and negative, I have to say about the show and this first season. So, with all of that being said, I'm going to give Chucky Season 1 a B-. Here are my final thoughts. Overall, I really liked the first season, and I thought it had a lot of great things that it gave us, the audience members, though there were some things about it I did not like, and those things could have been left out or done differently, or maybe told in a different way. It is worth watching, but I don't know if it's a series I would like to add to my collection of TV series box sets on DVD or Blu-ray. There is going to be a second season, and I hope it is as good or better than this one. But there are some things they need to do differently, and some characters they definitely need to kill off, like Tiffany. It is past time for her to be a thing of the past in this Child's Play Chucky series. Okay, that's it for this video. I'm going to say thank you all so much for watching. Good night. God bless. I love all of you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.